everyone, this is Unheardovski bringing you a tutorial for the script I've made, CoReMa, meaning combined remapper. I added a bunch of functions from the original version that I posted a bit in haste, so it's so much that I think you probably need a tutorial to get it working or to get the most out of it. So what is it? It can basically remap any note to any other note on, and also remap it to any MIDI channel. For now, it doesn't differentiate between incoming MIDI channels. It treats everything the same, but for a future version, I might add the option to sort of remap based on what incoming MIDI channel it is. Anyway, the settings. Partial mode means that you won't get all the 128 MIDI notes in your interface. You will just get a note range that you type in here for the low note and the high note. So the range in between and including them will be the range that you can remap. That's the default mode. Set this here to 0, partial mode, if you want to go full 128. Up to you. I'm probably never going to use it, but you guys might have a use for it. The next setting is, by default, sorry, this is actually supposed to say false here. Oh, there we go. This is pretty self-explanatory. True, the script resets to your default when you rerun it. False, it doesn't. I prefer false, I think. Okay, then you add your maps. How do you do it? I've added a custom map here to, actually more than one. I've added 3 custom maps here to sort of get you started. This first line here in the script, just leave it. If you want to change the cosmetics of it, you do it here. If you want it to say something else or look different, but leave the rest as it is. I mean, this is an ornament, this entry, just as this one, and make sure to set -1 for the remap note of ornament entries, which aren't actually remaps, so the script can know that it's not supposed to map anything to that note. So then you basically make one line for each sort of destination note, just like I've done here. Put a name in, put either the MIDI note number directly, as I've done down here, or you use this function MIDI note number, and then you add the name for the note inside the brackets there. You can, it doesn't matter which one you choose, it's the same thing here. Up in the settings, if you want to go note number directly, just remove the function and add partial high equals whatever, 69. Okay. You can have several, you can have more than one ornament in a row. You can have as many as you like if you want to make like a folder view thing. So here I've added a drum kit I had the MIDI layout for. Then on top of that, I added, for the sake of this tutorial, mapping for just not complete mapping for the Scarby because it was too lazy, but a couple of key switches and a couple of sequential notes. Also worth noting is here I added a little trick. This, if I can manage to select it. I was too lazy to type out sequentially 35, 36, etc. up to 65 here. So if you want to grab the next note after 35 here, use this syntax. It basically checks the variable remaps for the previous note number and grabs it, adds one, and you're golden. What else? It's not much else. Share whatever cool maps you make would be fun to see what people do and if you use it at all. Below, at the bottom of your drop-down menu, there will be a list, a generic list with just the node names and no maps. The script pretty much needs it. I've added some info into the script on what to do if you want to remove this, if it bothers you. But I'll put it out one more time. Aside from writing it here, I don't recommend you to really remove this unless you have a huge number of your own remaps, because I think it. I haven't actually tested, but I think it will behave weird if you remove the. Basically, if you have less remaps than original notes, then things will start to get weird. And here is where you can, if you want, rename the label of the original notes, so to speak. You could add whatever info you want there. As it's set up now, I've just entered 1 in plain text, and I let the script fill in the blanks. But if you add more here, the script will only add the necessary ones. However, as it's set up, it's not able to fill in gaps, so you can't go like C-2 and then the next entry is A1. You have to go sequential. The thought behind this is I think I might add a function further on, as I said before, to be able to select your mapping depending on incoming MIDI channel as well. So then it might make more sense to have labels on the original notes. So for now, I'd leave this unless you really want to get into it. Okay, so let's head over to Logic. I'm sorry. Here I've set Logic up with a multi-timbral contact player. I've loaded up. That was my son. He has a cold. I've loaded up standard Rickenbacker in slot 1 on MIDI channel 1, and the palm muted one on MIDI channel 2. Okay. So let's just remove the script from there now. Obviously, when I have this selected, I'll get the standard one, and this will give me the palm muted one. Now I have a tiny keyboard. I would like to be able to mix both the standard sound and the palm muted sound in the same song, which is, yeah, it's tricky. So I'll use my script and set this up real quick. Now, this is also how you install your script, the easiest way. So I go back to my script here, I select all, copy it, go back to Logic and paste it into the script editor. I had also, I'd already set up here to go from E1 to G2, so I don't have such a huge window here. So let's see. Let's route E1 to SCARB E1. Let's route G1 to SCARB G1. And let's find E2. Route that to SCARB palm muted E2. E1, sorry. Now you'll see that it fetched channel 2 here from the map, because that's the default MIDI channel for the palm muted as I've set it up. Let's say I accidentally change this. I can always go channel from map. Bam, it goes to the right channel. So E and G, we're going to play a real simple song here with 2 notes to try this out. Palm muted G1. Okay, this should work. Let's see. And also, okay, here we have the trace in the script editor. E1 goes to CoReMa E1 on MIDI channel 1. As you see, I'm playing E1. I'll go E2 on my keyboard. Goes to CoReMa palm muted E1 on MIDI channel 2. So now with one keyboard I can go. That's it. Okay. So now let's say I'm happy with this setup. If I had actually set everything up, I'm happy with it. I can save it as let's just save it on desktop. Let's save it as CoReMa with a bunch of E's. Let's shut this down, remove the plugin. I don't know, add a note repeater, and go back to, let's say we come back to the next day and want to do something more with CoReMa. Let's load our saved remap desktop, CoReMa. That's it. Post if you have any questions, or write in the comments below. And let me know if you have any ideas or requests for functionality to include. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.